Right, morning guys. It's about time I gave you a grand tour. I had to be quiet because there's rooms right above me. This is the front part of the building. Don't know if you can see chimney stacks at the back. That's the original house. Hold on. That's my baby. That's where I do all the Ecovox sessions when I'm in the car. I'll take you in the inside. Oh, it's absolutely freezing tonight. Typical Scottish weather. Right, there's a bar area where I normally do all my videos. Go through the high tea area. Give me 2 seconds, I'll switch the lights on. This is where staff only get to go. This is the restaurant. This is where everybody has their meals, stuff like that. We're quite a big restaurant. I'll take you back through. I've heard so much about the hotel, I think it was about time I actually show the video of it. Here's the bar area. Brilliant bar. Goes all the way down to the back. And this is where it goes through into the rooms. This takes you through to where I do the Ecovox sessions. I have to be really quiet because that's the rooms up there. I'll take you through the back way. I'll take you into the main function room. This place is brilliant, I love it up here. It's all lights, switch one, switch one. Right. This is the main, oh, missed a light. Where is it? There it is. Right, there we go. This is the main bar area up here. And this is the main function room just on the new floor down. This is where I do most of my Ecovox sessions in here. First time we done it when we got touched, that was me, Paula and Wayne were sitting here with the candle lit on table there. Had the speaker in the centre. And right above here where we get banging coming down, I seen an orb of light coming this way, which is my granddad showing me where he was basically. I'll open this door. I really like this flooring. It's a lot better than the old one. And when I done my video, when I was showing everybody with my settings, I was sitting at this table here. Listen back to the recordings. I'll take you at the back. I don't think you're going to see anything though, to be truthfully honest, because it's a bit dark. But one of the spirits says that they were at the step. I'll do this down here. It's absolutely pitch black out here. I'll take you out. You're not going to see nothing, I guess. But basically, this would be the front part of the house. I'll show you. You're not going to see anything. Oh, I can't even put flash on. This is basically the back car park area. This place, when you look at the front of it, it looks absolutely smart. Actually, somebody never put that bar on. Now, I done an Ecovox session the other night in here when I wasn't filming with the computer. I'll flip my screen over if I can. Maybe I can't. And when I picked that bar up there to lock the door, one of them had actually said pull. As I say, when I'll switch all these lights back off again. It's absolutely freezing in here tonight. This room's never normally cold. Maybe get some what? Tell me get the Ecovox running. Go back there again. But this is the original part of the house we're in now. And originally this door here would be the back door. The rest of this part's all been built onto the end of it. So that's basically the grand tour of the hotel. Obviously I can't take these up in the rooms because people are sleeping in that. We also have a flat which is right at the top, which Kath and Sarah are meant to stay, so I just thought I'd use this wee grand tour. I'll get this up on the internet, and Have a ghost hunting. As I say, when I started doing this, it was a different field for us. But I knew from when I started working. I mean, I've been working here a year and a half now, and I knew there was something here. You always got something at the side of your eye, and you always knew that there was somebody following you. It's listening back to all your recordings. You need to really listen back to your recordings, because, as I say, when you do an Echo Vox session, there's not. Lost track where we're going now. You're going to miss stuff. You always do. I've missed stuff that was said in recordings. I'm in the grand kitchen area now, by the way, just to let you know. And you always have to listen back to your recordings. Constantly go over your recordings, because there's voices in the background that don't come through with echoes. That's the ones that you've got to pay attention to as well. When I first started using it, I always thought, listen to the ones with the echo, but it's the ones in the background without the echo. They're the most vital ones. You can get audio enhancing software on the internet as well. I think it was Audacity, I'm sure it is. And what you can do is you can turn the volumes right up on your recordings, so these slight wee voices that you can't hear properly will come back through. And that's basically about it. I'm now going to have some eggs, because I'm absolutely starving. It's currently about 2 minutes to 2 in the morning, and yeah, just thought I'd give you a wee tour of the hotel, let you see where I work and where we have all these friendly spirits, because they're not bad. They're not bad at all, and I find that I get more and more the more I use it. Obviously, because I'm talking to them, but I've noticed my grandad and Kath, and the more I listen to the recordings, you can actually hear them to tell them to stay out. Now, it's like as if when I'm in the back room, they're out in the car park area. They're not allowing them to come into the hotel. Now, I've asked him loads of questions. Who are you here to protect? And he says he's here to protect Leslie, which is my uncle, right? Which is obviously my granddad's son, and me. So, and another thing I was going to say as well, I hate when you're going on video, because you've got too much stuff that's going inside your brain, but I'll come out with it now anyway. I had asked him a question. I says, have you been to heaven and back? Now, as you know, I'm not into Christian stuff, and that I'm not blessed, and not what would they call it. And I says, look, have you been to heaven and back? One of them had replied saying no. And I don't know if it was my granddad or if it was Kath, because the two of them have a conversation between each other. You can actually, when I take a step back and let them speak, you can actually hear Kath and my granddad discussing stuff between the two of them. And I'd asked the question, who's been to heaven and back? And they went, you. So I don't know. It's weird. But I have been touched, just to let you know. I have been touched. I know what it feels like now. Done an Echo Vox session up at Law Hill. No, the Dundee Law, sorry, because Law and Hill was the same thing. Sorry, JP. But man, I still don't know why the recordings had disappeared. The recordings had gone. The speaker shut down. The two of them shut down at exactly the same time. That's what's more puzzling me. It was like something took the power from it. That's the only way that I can express it. I mean, the only way you can kill power is if a powerful source is trying to drain it. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Obviously, I can't see what they can see. And with the police situation, that was, I think, I made people in the car believe more. You know, when I done the Echo Vox session in here yesterday with the two residents, one of them was actually laughing, and I listened back to the recording after they went away back up the stairs in the flat, because I let them know that Kath and Sarah, who were both owners, or I presume they both were owners. I know Kath was something to do with the family who used to own this building, but Sarah was the one that used to play with the lights all the time. And his attitude kind of changed when I said that to him. You know, they're up the stairs and they said that they felt something up the stairs, and I listened back to the recording, and one of them was actually laughing at the time when I put the Echovox on. You get that, you do get that kind of reaction with it. You know, what do you do? Blah blah blah. Everybody up here calls me Ghostbuster now. You know what I mean? All I'm doing is submitting what I'm hearing on the recordings. You know what I mean? I've seen the orbs. I've seen things I can't explain. I've been touched. I've got direct responses when holding stuff. I've got bangs on the roof. The only downfall is I can't go up to the top level, obviously, because the hotel's occupied. There's always somebody here in the hotel, resident-wise. And hopefully near Christmas time, because they start shutting down the hotel at Christmas, and I'll hopefully try and get up the stairs and do an Echovox session and get somebody to film me whilst doing it, and walk about and say to them, look, whereabouts are you in the building? I mean, I know when I say, there's me getting that tingly feeling again. I know when I say, you know, where are you? I'm always getting responses beside the phone. And the session that I put up yesterday on YouTube was one of the ones I've been trying to get up for a while. I've got lots more recordings. I actually have borrowed a computer just now, because my computer, which is on Windows 7, the screen is absolutely knackered. The bulbs at the back of the screen have gone, so I'm using a Windows XP one. And I don't know how to use the Windows Movie Maker on that. I know how to record it on it, but I'm just making do with what I've got, and that's good. It's a good experience to get into. I mean, when you watch programs on the TV when they're getting pushed to running, I wouldn't want to run. If they're going to try and say to me, I've been told, you know, get out and leave us. And at the end of the day, I'm not inviting them to come and talk to me. I'm speaking to who's around me. You know, there is other people out there that want to come and talk to us, and you're getting people that are saying keep out. Now, I always thought keep out as in me to keep out and stuff like that, but then the more I used it, the more I discovered they were actually telling other spirits to keep out. So I don't know. Somebody needs to invent a device so you can see them. You know what I mean? Maybe that's something that I should be doing. Just trying to make devices so you can see them properly. But obviously we don't understand that part of the world, so we don't. We're basically just like wee flies on top of a pile of shit, as if you would call it that. But no, paranormal's it's an interesting field to get into. You know, as I said before, I got into this to try and bring back my ability to hear whatever I was hearing before. I went to the charity spiritualist night. They said to me I switched off. Guess what? I have still not switched on yet. So maybe I wasn't meant to switch on. Maybe I was meant to do what I'm doing now. And I've heard them saying run. I'm not running anywhere. I'm sorry, but what's the point in running? There is no point in running, because they can follow you. You know, I know a lot of them try to manipulate you by trying to put the fear up you. You know, and I think me working on the doors of nightclubs has kind of helped me with that. Because I'm not running anywhere. Why should I run? Why should I run? Because you say to me to run? No way. But I just thought I'd get this video out to you anyway, and no, it's got its good points, it's got its bad points. Been sworn at a lot, as I've already said that. There is a lot of them will do that. But at the end of the day, it's just words. But last night, I'm getting a list. I mean, I noticed the more that you use it, the more the they're able to contact you. You know, it's a learning process for myself, and I think it's a learning process for them as well, because obviously they're no used to speaking to anybody. As a lot of them that I went on one of the last investigations, I asked a spirit. We were actually at the mains castle, just on the outsides of the ground, sitting in the car, And I said to one of them, I was a female, I can't remember what her name was. I need to check on the other computer when I get the lights fixed on the screen. And I says, does anybody come and talk to you? And she was like that, no. You know, so it's kind of, you kind of feel bad for them as well, eh? You do. Maybe it's just me having, that's probably my sensitive side. You know what I mean? Someone's alone in the dark and nobody to talk to, so I kind of get that feeling, especially when you work here. You know, so, but hey, such is life. But I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and it's a good experience, as it's something that I've never been into before, and maybe I sound like I keep on repeating myself, but it's a new field, and I want it to get more interesting. You know, the responses I'm getting are absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if I was one of the residents walking upstairs or not, but I heard something creaking. That was twice I heard that. So you get slight wee noises when you're in the hotel and you're just thinking, right, okay, I can hear a noise in this area. Is something going to show me themselves? You know, the apparitions that I got through in the bar last week were totally crazy. I was actually setting up for the breakfast for the residents coming down. I normally set everything up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's still quite dark at that time here. That's just starting to go into autumn now, so the lighty nights are getting darker. And I don't know if anybody's ever, well, obviously you have all done this before, but if you go to get up, you know, if you're turning around and you nearly bang into somebody, right, and you always get that kind of feeling, your body defence system kicks in. I done that the other day, and I got that kind of feeling, but I was able to see like the outline of just darkness. It wasn't a full, like a person standing in front of me. It was like an outline of a person standing there, and I went, whoa, shit. You know what I mean? And it disappeared. You know, and me being me, when I'm in here, because obviously I know this place it's not haunted. I wouldn't say it's haunted, I would say it's active, right? I wouldn't like to use the word haunted. I don't know why, I don't want to use the word haunted. I would say that there is people here, active spirits and stuff like that. But, you know, I shouted, you know, do me a favour, don't do that again. You know, don't do that. At least let me see you first so I can see you from a distance. I mean, I felt the presence of somebody being standing right at the side of us, and my body's defensive system kicked in to try and, whoa, jeez. You know, so it's maybe their way to say, well, I'm here. I know yous are here. You know what I mean? I've heard yous, I've felt yous. Yous have made noises for me, yous have identified that I've picked up objects, and you know, it's, unless you try it yourself. I mean, I know a lot of people are not getting a lot of good results, and just keep on persevering with it. Don't just switch it on and go, it's not working, it's not doing anything. I've tried with the faster settings. I find having the slower settings is a lot better. I get a lot better responses. When I have it faster, you can actually hear them tell me to slow it back down. I think I'll get them used to having it on the slower settings, and then eventually once they've been able to make contact a lot better, because they are still learning how to speak to us. Their voices come through, well, their names, sorry, come through clear as day. But trying to get them to actually talk, because the other spirits are all there discussing, it's like a queuing system. That's the only way I can think of it. And you'll hear Kath trying to get them in the line, you know, like, step back a minute, you know, let this other person come through first. You know, it must be hard for them, because obviously nobody's talking to them. Then all of a sudden this guy just appears out of bloody nowhere saying hello, and they're like, whoa, somebody's there, right, somebody can hear us, let's all go. You know, that's the only way I can think of it. And you probably hear me on the last video that I put up saying, look, I didn't want to talk to you, and you can hear them clear as day saying why, Right, and I'm telling everybody to back off. You can actually hear my granddad. I don't know if it was about 10 minutes into recording. I've not actually watched it on the YouTube channel yet. I just uploaded it and then left here and went to my bed and got up, and I'm back at work again. So, but you can actually hear him telling them clear as day, step back, and then you can hear me about 2 seconds after it. Can I get everybody to step back? There is sometimes when I use Echovox that I can hear them speaking, and I've experienced this more than once, that I can actually hear them in my own ears asking me a question. It doesn't happen all the time, just every now and again, but you do hear them saying stuff to you, and I'm replying to it. But when I go and listen back to the Echovox session, I'm like, I never heard that. So I'm no expert, and I've said that I'm no expert. I'm just a standard person just getting into something that I've never got into before, and I'm enjoying it. You know, people are that when I speak to, you know how they give you that look, and they go, "Do you not shit yourself?" And I'm like, "No." And they give you that funny look again. When I first started doing this, it was more shock and amazement. It was like, wow, you can actually do this, you know what I mean? And the more that I've done it, the more that I'm more relaxed now. I know how to tell them to take a step back. I've got Kath, I've got Les on the other side. And it sounds crazy to try and say that you've got other people on the other side trying to help you. Trying to explain that to somebody who doesn't believe in it is a totally different story. But one of the guys last night, and he was sitting laughing when I was doing it, and you could actually hear one of the spirits saying, "You fool." So it's, I don't know. You know, they have got a sensitive side as well. I mean, being able to sit down and speak to them. I mean, 45-minute sessions I normally do. I've never went and done a whole night kind of thing. Obviously because I've got to work, but the more you have it on running, the more they're able to connect to you. That's the only advice I can give. I've seen people trying to use Echovox without the echo. I have tried it without the echo. They cannot hear you without the echo. I've asked Kath, "Can you hear me without the echo?" She says no. I said to my granddad, as in Leslie, "Can you hear me without the echo?" Yes. So obviously he can hear me because he's here to protect me and my Uncle Leslie. Which kind of puts me in a predicament, because when people use the PSP7s, you know, the ghost box radios, and obviously they get the voices coming through and responding to their questions, it kind of confuses you a wee bit, thinking to myself, right, okay, they can respond back on the PSP7, but they can't respond back on the Echovox. And it's maybe just me being an amateur radio operator, and that's just the way I'm technically minded, but it gets you wondering a wee bit. But anyway, I'm going to go and have some eggs, and I'll try and get more videos out. I've got the recording from last night. For some reason it's saying 49 minutes on my recording, but it's only playing 20 and then going to the next session that I've done. So I'm kind of a bit puzzled, but I don't know if it's something to do with my phone. My phone hasn't responded right from that night up the top of the Dundee Law, with everything just going phew. So I maybe have to reset my phone again, I don't know. Maybe something tampered with it. Shouldn't have tampered with it. But I have made the point clear across them: do not touch my equipment. And that's most vital, that you need to tell them what you're wanting. You know, because if you don't, you're just not getting any audio coming through. Now you hear me, I'm like, look guys, step back, you know what I mean? You're all shouting, and I've also said to them, look guys, be quiet. I mean, if you listen to your own recordings, when you actually say that, everything does go quiet, because obviously they can hear you. You know, you just need to try and tell them, because they're all trying to communicate with you. You need to try and let them know, look, you're all shouting, it's not working. If they all shout at the same time, the audio won't come through right. And I know it's so hard to, you're trying to say, excuse me, to one of them to be quiet, and then you've got the other one speaking in the background, and then obviously I've got Catherine telling that person, like, you can't do that, blah blah blah. And if you listen clearly, you can actually hear the two of them having conversations between each other. I've also noticed on one of my recordings right now, when I've been saying to them step back, right, you can actually hear my granddad having a conversation with one of them. I think it was on that last recording that I'd done there. You can actually hear one of the spirits saying, good doggy. Now, my granddad used to have German Shepherds. Now, I don't know, well, this is what I feel anyway, that I feel he's got his German Shepherds with him. That's the only thing I can think of, because it's not the first time I've heard it saying good doggy. We did the last time in the back room have dogs barking through the Echovox. That's why now when I call out I say I do not welcome any non-human spirits. I don't know, it's a mystery. But obviously I'm going to keep on progressing, I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. It's good fun, it's something new, and the responses I'm getting are totally mind-blowing. Yeah, they're totally mind-blowing. So I just thought I'd get this video out to you. Be safe out there, do what you got to do, respect them, don't just put on your bloody phone and or whatever you're using and say, oh, this is not working. Because you need to have a positive attitude about you. That's the way I found it. If you have more of a positive attitude, they will come and speak to you more often. If you're going to have an attitude with yourself and have an attitude with them, they will not talk to you. I think it's good that I sent someone away into the light and brought them back again, and she's actually come back now to help me to make communications with everybody else. But definitely the Law Hill is where the light is. They call it the canal. I've asked that question on numerous occasions, can I bring the light towards me? Sometimes the answers that you give out, you have to ask the question twice. You can't just ask one question. Okay, sometimes you ask one question, you get the answer straight away. But sometimes you need to repeat yourself, which doesn't bother me. It's obviously a breakdown in communication. Maybe they're speaking, somebody else is speaking to them. We don't know what's going on that side of wherever they are. You know, so go out there, be safe, and have fun whilst you're doing it. Don't be scared. Most vital thing is do not be scared. There's no need to be scared. Obviously our natural body defence system kicks in because it's unknown. You can train yourself in order to do that. When I worked on doors, we didn't have a choice. You couldn't be scared. You had to train your body in order to become a lot stronger than what you actually are. Maybe you're hiding it, that you have the fear, but you need to train yourself in order to be out of that fear. But what I'll be doing, I don't feel any threat from any of them. If anything, they're more interested and want to come and talk, sit down and speak to you, and it's good. It's good that they want to do that, but don't expect to switch on and get a full-blown conversation. I mean, I've been doing this now for a while, and some of the conversations come out correct. Sometimes it comes up all broken out. It all depends. I mean, it all depends, because I seem to feel that when I use it, I have too many of them trying to shout at the same time, and obviously it's not going to happen, is it? So that's why I keep on saying to them, look, it's like being in a room full of people. It's so noisy, I can't hear what you're saying. So let them know what you're hearing, so you can help them, so they can help you, and have fun. So I'm going to go and get something to eat now, and I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye from Scotland, and goodbye to the spirits that are here. I mean, they're friendly. There's nothing bad has come towards me using this. I asked the question, is it dangerous for me to use what I'm using? They said to me no. So if that's not enough evidence for you, then keep on trying. Don't just give up on the first time you use it. Keep on trying it. It will eventually work. So I'll speak to you all soon and catch you later. Bye for now.